G'day mate, and welcome back to Capital Industry with me, JD. In our last episode, we covered the importance of a fast action response team, and we also spent a little bit of time looking at the nuclear and making sure it was up and running and still positive on all the things we need to keep the nuclear running. Today, what I want to do is I want to look at medical, but I cannot do that until I ask, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like early in the video. Not happy with the video, didn't enjoy the video. Well, that's okay. I'm going to leave you out in the rain without any medical supplies. Before I get into looking at medical, there's two other quick things I want to do. First one is going to be a very, very simple one. If we have a look in this bucket here, we can see I don't have a lot of tree saplings. I don't have a lot of tree saplings because I'm not putting any fertilizer into these. But as you can see right here, I have a high supply of fertilizer Mark 1 and have had a high supply of fertilizer Mark 1 for a very, very long time. So what I'd like to do very quickly is remove this pipe here. This pipe here is connected to our fertilizer Mark II pipe, which I am always short of. And if I get the pipe to go away, we're going to connect that to fertilizer Mark 1 and get that pipe built. With that built, I'm going to remove, currently we're making 5.6 saplings per month. I'm going to remove that, which is going to take us down to 5, but then I'm going to dump fertilizer in here. I'm going to take this up to 120, which is the max amount for fertilizer Mark 1, and that's going to take our total up to 9.7. I'm going to do the same on our second farm right here. Can I get you to go away? And can I get you to plug into here instead? Cool. Can I get those two done? All right, with you cancelled and this cranked up to 120%. That's going to give us give us a little bit more saplings because unfortunately the sapling box is very, very empty. And as you can see, I'm definitely missing a forest around here. I should have a lot more forestry than I do. And well, it's just the trucks are not getting enough done. All right, that's the first thing I want to do. Second thing I want to do is I want to come over to nuclear very quickly. We spent a lot of time on nuclear last episode, but I want to talk about one quick thing, and that is with us now increasing, and having a power problem. Okay, cool, power problem we can fix. Can we go to you? Can I have you crank to Mark II speed, please? Thank you very much. That should solve all our power problems. One thing I want to do, and I want to talk about very, very quickly, is trucks. Trucks and just truck routing. If we have a look at the last 6 months worth of trucks, I can see I've dumped 270 salt into, well, this bucket. That is because each one of my trucks carries around 90 salt per month. And what? Did I boo-boo? I did boo-boo. Can I get that done really quickly so we don't have a reactor overheat? Cool. We're dumping 90 salt every single time a truck does a delivery, and as you can see, each one of these is using 4 salt. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them, that means I'm using 40 salt every single month with all these guys running, and of course I want them all running, and that means I have to have a truck come here every 2 months to drop off some salt, which is an awful lot of salt. What I want to do is just make a quick patch to what I have here to improve both the salt and also the yellow cake. With us now running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys, all consuming yellow cake to make sure we have enough blanket fuel to run our reactor at the back that is attempting to turn blanket fuel into enriched blanket fuel, which we want to have happen a whole lot faster. Well, actually, probably not that fast because I don't have any blanket fuel in the system. I want to make sure that we have a positive amount of blanket fuel, but at the same time, I'm also need to have salt right here. Now, salt comes from brine, obviously. Brine comes from the sea. We have plenty of sea right here, so I could just make a little bit of salt right here from a heating plant, a evaporation pond. We can turn seawater straight into salt. Nice and simple, nothing too complicated, except I have a bunch of nuclear reactors right here. And these nuclear reactors all are turning our, a little bit of seawater and a little bit of depleted steam into fresh water to make sure we can refill the water tanks, and also at the same time outputting just a little bit of brine. And if we come to here and we have a quick count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these guys, all outputting potentially 60 brine each. Now, the amount of brine they actually output all depends on how the reactors are running, whether they're running at full speed, whether they're running at a lower speed, whether they've been cut back even further by automatic power regulation or not. So they're all things that I just have no control over. So what I want to do, and why I want to have this very, very early in the video, just so we have a little bit more time to spend on the medical build, is I want to put in a simple balancer. Now I put these in actually on, which build was it? this build, like 20 episodes ago. And then I never got around to actually plugging them in. The intention was to plug these guys in to supplement some of the brine and some of the salt I need nearby. So what I need to do is I need to put in a balancer. I need to have a balancer to have a priority in from the brine that's actually been created at the local reactor, and then have a priority out to send it along this pipe. And what I need to do is get all these built. We get you built, and you built, and you. No, that's a boost. I don't want a boost. Okay, if I get all of those built, that means I now have a pipe over here that potentially can have, well, 600 brine in it at any one time. It is a 450 pipe, so it's only going to max out at 450, but that means I can come to right here. Right here, I can take my brine, I can have a priority out again and bring it over here. You've got to remember these guys are, well, these guys need brine to process our toxic slurry, and we were making that from a couple of seawater pumps into a couple of evaporation ponds to make that brine. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to turn those guys off. I don't want to have that hassle anymore. I want to have just a giant pipe where we can bring in all our brine and plumb that into the existing system. On top of that, after we've now deleted that and deleted that and that and that, on top of that, we need to increase our yellow cake. I did have yellow cake over here. I had a full bucket with 5,000 in it, but we've already chewed through half of it. And that is because every 2 of these guys make 12 yellow cake. I need to have 12 yellow cake for each one of these machines, and I happen to have 6 of them, which means I need to produce yellow cake a whole lot faster. So what I want to do is very quickly just double this system. So we're going to have twice as many of these machines processing twice the amount of uranium, which is also going to require twice the amount of filtration, and that's also going to require twice the amount of brine. So that's going to all plug into that system. We now, rather than having a couple of pumps and a couple of evaporation ponds creating our brine, we're going to use the excess from the reactors. But the problem was originally with salt. So what I want to do is I also want to build this pipe through to here into these 4 evaporation ponds. These 4 evaporation ponds will take in 96 brine each to give me 12 salt. 12 salt multiplied by 4 is 48 salt, and I have to remember I only need 40. So what I need to do is plug this together, get that built, bring this belt hopefully nice and flat over the edge of the coastline, and can I bring you to here? I want to line you up with this, and then can I take you to here? Okay. Once you're here, I want to have a loose, can I have a lift? I'd love to go over, but I don't think I can go over and then under. No, I can't, so we're gonna have to face you sideways. Can I get you flipped so you're going down, and can I put this in here and go from here to there? Perfect, that'll do. All right, that should allow me to have free salt rather than the trucks bringing salt in. I'm gonna leave this delivery here and make sure that it's topped up no matter what, and all I need to do is throw in a civil bridge, and that should solve all my problems. So that will allow us to keep using our depleted uranium and also the salt required for that, and also make make enough yellow cake to cover all these guys running. With 6 of them running, it does mean I need to have a Mark II belt, which we already have. You're a Mark I belt, aren't you? Yep, cool. Can I get you upgraded all the way back to our storage tank? And I'm gonna also need to upgrade you, and you. That'll probably do me. Cool. All right, so that's the small changes I want to make. You are definitely accessible now. Now I've put the bridge back in, and we should be good with those changes. So just want to cover that really quickly for nuclear. I wanted to be a little bit more self-sufficient when it came to the amount of salt that I actually need. And with the way these guys have been set up, they're going to be, as I said, priority out to the next one in the pipe, but also making sure we have a priority in from the actual reactor area itself. So it means that this brine always gets used, always gets pushed into the balancer rather than what's in the pipe. And if I ever get to a situation where I'm not using that brine anymore and I'm producing too much, then each one of these dumps will go back to dumping normally. Haven't bothered with the last one because the last one only has 2 single desalinators here that produce, well, a grand total of 12 brine each. Well, 12 brine total. I can't be bothered for that one, and hopefully we can now make blanket fuel a whole lot faster. Where are you up to? You're up to 85 in the pipe. You are fully maxed out, just about, and you have whatever's in the pipe, which is hopefully a fairer amount. Actually, it's a decent amount. Can I have you crank up to, are you around at level 2? I need to make sure I'm backed up on the blanket fuel before I really try and kick that reactor in full gear to make even more enriched blanket fuel, so we can make sure that we can run each one of these at full speed, and also run each one of these at full speed, and make sure I can get rid of all the damn depleted uranium. Okay, with that out of the way, can I go to this ore sorter real quick? This ore sorter, I don't want to care. I don't want to know if you're full of rock. Can I, whilst we're here, very quickly just get... can we do... okay, 12. Can you dig a trench there, so we can then cut this flat? Thank you. I'm going to last the copper out of the hills. I bet the diggy boys managed to dig their way down here first before digging their access in, but hopefully they're going to get that done. Okay, the whole dump truck is stuck. Yeah, that's fine. We're just filling in some dirt around this area. That's for a future project, which we'll get to in the future. Can I have that edited and slid down just a little bit out of the way? Actually, a little bit further. Thank you. So I can put dirt here and here. One more tile. One more tile. One more tile. Okay. Okay, that should solve that problem. All right, so with that all done, I want to talk about medical. So we are just making a little bit of positive medical. Not a lot, but I really want to have us in a situation where I can just have more people. I can have more people and not have to worry about having more people. Really, you're an idiot. Okay. I want to be able to have more people, and I just want to be able to turn on another house, have another 400 people move in, and not have to worry about, well, the food supply or the medical supply. This is why I built the grand food processor, so you could just turn things on and just not have to worry about things. Except there is a limit. There is a cap as to how much medical supplies it can create, and that is mainly due to, well, in Update 2 and previously, you just didn't need as high a population as we do currently. I'm at 16,000. I think the biggest town I've ever made prior to Update 3 was, well, 20,000. And therefore, this sort of maxed out. And that was perfectly fine. But now we've gone a little bit above and beyond that. We're going to go a lot more than 16,000 people. So I want to make sure that this system can carry us through. Now, first things I want to talk about is a couple of other liberties I've taken. And that is we are delivering steel up here and we're delivering glass up here. Steel is required for sharp things, and glass is required for our morphine. Now, those have both been delivered by trucks up until now. Speaking of trucks, that's vehicle limit number 11 done. Can we cancel you and add you back in, and then have you as my backup research? And can I get a hydrogen? Can I get 5 more of those? Because I just need more vehicles to move more things around. So I've taken the liberty of well, hooking both these up in belts, because we are definitely close enough that I can get a belt from A to B without too much hassle. Can I get that built? Can I get that built? Can I get these 2 belts built? This belt built, this belt built, and that built along with that tile and that tile. So what I've done is I've taken glass off the end of electronics 2 and taken that up the hill, used the lifts to get up to this layer, taken it all the way around and into the glass box. Just again, trying to cut down on truck deliveries. As we can see, the last 6 months, I've had 1 delivery of glass and 4 deliveries of steel. As for the steel belt itself, it's actually coming from right here. Can I get you built? You are coming off my excess steel that goes in a box for anything steel related, including a whole lot of uranium things. This again is just going up right beside the glass belt, and they're both popping over to their corresponding boxes. Just taking a little bit of liberties, because let's be honest, nobody needs to see me running yet another belt. You have no place to dump products. Okay, can I very quickly then, can I go with, delete this. You're at height 1. Can I go height 1 right the way across, and right the way across to that point. Cool. Fill in the hole, please. There you go. They have mixed resources. You have... Oh. Do I not allow dirt? Oh, okay. We're now going to allow you to dump dirt in there as well. That should make somebody go to dump some stuff. At least somebody went and dumped some stuff. Can I turn... So you gave me the alert because somebody had a touch of dirt and they couldn't dump it because it's full of rock. Okay. That's perfectly fine. We just have, like I said, a giant problem with not nearly enough trucks. Mega excavator. Oh, okay. Can you dig that? And then not pester me so I can get on and talk about medical? Sheesh. All right. So, medical. What I want to do is I want to upgrade medical. With both glass and steel, hopefully coming up here. Steel needs to be a Mark II belt, please. I forgot that. Can we go to here? Can I get that done? Cool. That's the 2 belts I need. And glass. Hopefully that's enough glass. Probably not. Can I get that done? That done. Maybe that's enough glass now. Okay. Hopefully that means I can have less truck deliveries. That's what it's all really about. I still have trucks taking away graphite. I still have trucks taking away slag. And I still have trucks delivering rock. These are all things that we can definitely modify and improve over time. But for right now, I just want to make sure that we have these 2 items because, well, these 2 items because they are showing up in the delivery list quite often. All right, so let's talk about medical. So for us to get more medical supplies number 3, that means I obviously need more medical supplies number 2. That means I obviously need more medical supplies number 1. More medical supplies number 1 requires 2 things. It requires sharp things and it requires ouchies. Sharp things come from plastic and they also come from steel. Steel is brought in via a belt. Plastic we make on site, which means in theory, I have enough of both of those. So we're going to build that to start with. As for our ouchies, that is disinfectant, i.e. every single time you put it on any sort of wound, it goes ouchies. We need to double that as well. Oh, actually, you guys need to be the next tier of assembler, please. Thank you. And, hello? Much better. Oh, okay. All right, I already clicked the button. So we need to have 48 and 48. That's going to produce me, 24 and 24, which is going to make me 48. You guys also do 24 and 24. That's going to be another 48. So I'm going to get you and you built. As for ethanol, we have an unlimited pipe of ethanol. So that one's not an issue. That tank is very, very full. So that's definitely not going to be an issue at all. And plastic we make on site. So I'm just going to assume we have enough plastic. We will actually do the maths at the end and confirm whether we do have or don't have enough plastic. Therefore, I should be able to, if I can get in here and build all these belts, can I have every belt between there and their belt? Thank you very much. I should be able to build you, should be able to build you, should be able to build you. Cool, that should give us enough medical 1. As for medical 2, we need to have medical 1, which we've just gone and doubled. Plus I need to have antibiotics. Antibiotics, we need to have 48 of those. You make 8 each, so that's 8, that's 16, that's 32, that's 48. Which is great, except I need to double it. First off, we're going to upgrade the machine, then double our machine output. And then we need to look at doubling our antibiotics. So to double our antibiotics, I want to do a few things. The first thing I want to do is remove this water pipe. And can I get you to go all the way out to the edge, all the way over to here, and then all the way back into that machine? Cool. Can I move this pipe? This pipe is ammonia. Can I get you to come to here, and then out to here, and then over to here? And I just need a connector there, please. Thank you. And can I get you built as well, so I can get you out of the way? All right, with that done, I have 1 extra machine. Can I get 2 extra machines? 3 extra machines, and 4 extra machines. Okay, I need a belt in here, I need a belt in here, I need you to jump into there, I need you to jump into there. I need you here, you here, you here, and you here. Okay. Can I get you to jump to there? Can I get you to jump to there? Can I get you to jump to that side, and you connect in there? Each one of you produces 4 carbon dioxide each. And if I have 8 plus another 8, that's 16. 16 times 4 is less than 60. So I don't have to upgrade any pipes, which is great. Would be even better if you guys actually plugged in. Can I get you to go to here? Yeah. Okay, you to go to here. Perfect. All right. So I need to get that done. On top of that, you guys need to have 2 more things. One is going to be salt. So I need to bring salt from here around and into this machine, and then all the way around the end and into this machine, and then I need to plug it into these 2 machines. We have a small problem, and that is the sulfur belt in the way. The sulfur belt in the way, we're going to grab from here, bring you down to ground level. Height number 1, please. Bring you right over the top of all the other belts, and bring you to this tile, and then drop you into here. Can I get a connector in there, please? Can I get you built? And can I get you unbuilt? Perfect. All right, with that done, we now have a little bit of space, which means I can drag this into here, and I can drag this into here. Great. That's one thing I need to have. Second thing I need to have is oxygen. Oxygen is this pipe right here, so this should be fairly easy. Again, we're just going to assume for right now I have enough of these materials that I can run all these buildings at full speed without any problems. Can I have you run pipe number 1, please? Through the rest of the pipe spaghetti, and then you can run through here. We're going to grab a Mark 1 pipe. Is it a Mark 1? I don't know. You're Mark 1? You are Mark 1. Cool. Can I have that plugged in? Can I have that plugged in and that plugged in? Last thing I need is ammonia, which happens to be right here. So it's just going to reach up to the ammonia pipe that's already coming past. And that should be everything I need for medical number 2. So can we get all of that built? All right, with that now done. Oh, and actually there's going to be... Is there something in there? I don't know if there was. It's now done. No, I didn't do this one. Can I have you plugged into that one? And can I have you plugged into that one? Cool. That solves that problem. All right, so with that problem now done, I can now run medical number 2. And then, therefore, I need to run medical number 3. Medical number 3 requires us to have twice the amount of morphine. So I need to have twice the amount of poppy, twice the amount of acid, and also twice the amount of glass. And, well, you need to have 48 and 48. You make 24. You make 24. So I need to double these machines. You make 24 and you make 24. So I need to double these machines. I also need to double this machine. That means I'm actually going to put it on this side because I figure I'm going to need the space in about 3 seconds. Can I plug you into here? Can I plug you in here? And can I run this belt into here? Can I get that flipped and that flipped? So I can empty those belts. Actually, that won't work. I need to remove that belt. It's unfortunate because that stuff's going to go off to the shipyard. Can I get you plugged into here? And then from here into here. Cool. Can I get these 2 done? And this done? And that done. Okay. That means, in theory, everything is doubled apart from, well, number 3. So, number 3, let's talk about this one. Let's start here. Not enough maintenance 1. Really? Really? Statistics. Oh yeah, that's right up there. Can I just... you. Can I put you here? Can you get one of them? And one of them. And voila, we now have enough maintenance 1. Okay. Alright, back to our story. Okay, so I need to double everything. So let's start off with our hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen fluoride is very important, so you can brush your teeth before you have a nap with the anesthetics. And obviously, if I need to double these machines, they need 12 hydrogen fluoride each. You make 12 hydrogen fluoride, which means I need to have 4 of these guys in total. So we're going to take those 2. We're going to pop them here. Nope. I'm going to go over 1 tile, and then I'm going to pop them there. Cool. Same time, acid machine. Acid machine is currently producing 36 acid. You need 6. You need 6. That's 12. You need 6 and 6. That's another 12, except I need to double this. So rather than needing 24, I'm going to need 48, which means this machine needs to go faster. Also means that I'm going to move it over because we're going to need the space. So can I have you go here? Can I get you upgraded to the next tier? And we're going to take our little acid pipe and run it. No, I want to go up on top of the belts. Can I go to here? Can I go to here? And can I go to here? And then we're going to run into this, into this, into this, and into this. Cool. You have water, obviously, and I can get you, well, partially built. You're not going to have any sulfur for just 1 second, but we're going to be fixing that up right about now. Can I get you to go away? Can I get you to go away? Okay. With those 2 things cleaned up, I need to have sulfur. Sulfur is going to come out here and then go straight to height 1 and plug into there. Cool. With that done, you now have sulfur. Also means I can get access to my rock belts down here. Copy. Thank you. Can I go rock from here? Yep. Up to here, around the outside, and then into each one of these machines. So you need to have rock. You need to have rock, you need to have rock, and you need to have rock. They're going to be outputting slag. So slag we're going to be taking and dumping onto the existing slag belt. I don't see any reason to change that. And that means you guys can get built and we can get that belt built. Okay, with that done, that means you guys can run. You can make our hydrogen fluoride. Can I get you done? And I can also get rid of you and you and you and you and you. And, well... all of this piping nonsense. That belt, and that pipe, and that belt. Cool. Right, so that's going to solve that problem. Now, next off, I need to talk about, well, our hydrogen fluoride and also our poppy and acid. So you guys just need to have access to acid, and we need to have 4 of these guys. 4 of these guys are going to take up some amount of space. So can I copy you 2? And can I put them right here? Yeah, shift to confirm. Okay, can I copy, please? Paste. Cool. Now, I've cleared up a little bit of space by building to the right rather than building to the left. So we should be able to hopefully fit 4 of these guys side by side. That's very, very tight. That's perfectly fine, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. You guys need to have ammonia plus hydrogen fluoride and steel. Steel's over there. Okay, we can do this. Can I remove this? And can I remove this belt and this belt? Okay, so these guys. First off, I need to plug them into the output. They were on the top belt. They're no longer on, well, they were on the level 1 belt. They're still going to be on the level 1 belt, and we're just going to bring the level 1 belt down into you. And then can I get you? Oops, go into you, and into you, and into you. Problem solved. All right, second problem I need to sort out is this going away. Second problem I need to sort out is I need to bring in steel. Steel is over here. We're going to bring this through at height number 2. And can I get slag from here to here? I've removed, please. Can we go from here to here? Beautiful. Cool. Then I can take my steel, run my steel right the way through at height number 2, please. Can we come to, say, here, and then drop down to ground level, and I can plug you into you, and into you, and you, and you. Cool. The next thing I need to have is I need to have ammonia plus my hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen fluoride is right there, and my ammonia is right here. We're just going to grab a simple Mark 1 pipe, so I don't need anything special. Can you come along at height number 2, from here to here to here, and then we can plug you into this one, and this one, and this one, and that one. Okay, hydrogen fluoride. We're going to bring you over a tile. We're going to bring you from there to there to there to there, you from there to there to there to there, and you from there to there to there to there. Cool. With that done, hydrogen fluoride we're going to bring up and over the top, mainly because we can. It's the advantage of pipes. They can go all over the place. We're going to come in at height 3. We can come to here and through to here. And then we're going to go plug you into the top one, you into the second one, you into the third one, and you in the last one. Cool. With that done, and the excess cut off here, and the excess cut off here, we can get all of this built, and that completes at least half the project. Well, actually, probably helps if I build those pipes as well. Cool. That makes our hydrogen fluoride, the ammonia, plus also the steel, and that can get us our anesthetics. As for our other ones, we don't need this pipe anymore, 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 that steel belt, that steel belt, or that steel belt. You guys are making our morphine, and I need to double that. So we're going to copy the recipe to the next 2 machines. And you go away, and we have the glass belts. Glass that we're now belting all the way up, get plugged in here, and plugged into here. As for our poppy also gets plugged into this one, and into this one, and then finally the acid goes from here to here, and then from here to... sorry, height number 2, please. Here to here to there. Cool. With that done, we just need to plug in acid here and acid here. Okay, with all that done, we should be able to build all of that. And then all I need to do is connect this belt into this belt, and we should be set. And that should give us, well, you're going to make 72 acid. We're going to use 61224. Plus we're going to use another 61224, so we're going to be using 48 acid, and I'm making 72, so that should be a problem. Our output needs to be there, and our steel belt needs to go through there, and with that done, that should solve our problems for, well, making enough anesthetics, plus also making enough morphine. But I haven't actually checked any of my ratios to see if I actually produce enough of the backwall material to make sure this runs at full speed. So really quickly, we need to look at plastic first. Plastic, I didn't have 6. plus I need to have 24. So each one of these is 30. So that's 30, 60, 90, 120 plastic. On top of that, plastic belt, as you can see, pops over here. It goes all the way up to Stackaroos, where I'm using another 3, 6, 9, 12. So I have 120 plus another 12, which is 132. Plastic wise, we're making 36 and 36, being a total of 72. So I'm not making enough plastic. So first thing we need to do is do something about plastic. Can we go from that tile down to that tile? Okay, can I remove all of that? All right, I want to bring plastic from here to here to here, and then once we get to there, can I have a flat belt, and we go from here 1 2 high. Cool. Can I get that done? All right, first off, I need to make a little bit of space. You and you require ethanol. We've already covered I have unlimited amounts of ethanol, plus you require chlorine, and you require us to get rid of a little bit of exhaust. We can do all those things, but the first thing I want to do is copy you guys and move you to, or make a duplicate right here. Okay, you guys are going to have a lift. It's going to be very important to get the plastic up there. Plus, I need to have this, and I need to have that. So that's going to be our output. On top of that, I need to deal with the exhaust. The exhaust is this pipe right here. You're going to go from here to there. That solves that problem. You're outputting 24 and 24 exhaust, being a total of 48. 48 plus 48 is more than a 60 pipe, so I need to upgrade you, please. And that should solve our exhaust problem. As for our ethanol and our chlorine. So chlorine is right here. I would like to, just as chlorine's a little bit intermittent, you make 48 chlorine. Well, you're going to need 8 and 8, being 16. Double that again, 32. But I'd like to put it in a tank just because the brine is potentially intermittent because it's coming from, well, the output of these guys. And they depend on steam, and steam depends on me burning excess food, which is not always guaranteed. So what I want to do is I want to put a tank in here. I'd like to get a big tank and put it right here. But there's a catch. As you can see, there happens to be a little bit of scaffold in the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach a pipe to that bit of scaffolding and then make the pipe go away. And voila! I can now fit in a tank right here. That tank is going to run into that pipe, if you would please. Thank you very much. And we can then flip that so it's all running in the correct direction. And then I need to take this and I need to plug this into those guys. So can we come to here and then actually, can I come this side? Yeah, let's go this side, plug that one into there and that one in there. Okay. Last one I need is ethanol, which is right here. Can we go? I can't get to that now. Okay. Can I remove that? Can I have you pop out a tile? It's a little bit of a mess in here because honestly, I don't have the room. Can I plug you into there? And can I plug you? That one into... Well, that's what I want. Just hoping you'd be less ugly about it, but I guess that technically works. Cool. All right, can we get that done? All right, so with that done, I now have 36 and 36 being 72, double 144 plastic, which is more than enough plastic I need to run all of this, plus also run Stackaroos. If I need to expand in the future, I'm going to have to reinvent the wheel because this wheel is very, very, very much out of space. Can I put that back in there, please? Thank you very much. Don't know why you got left behind, but sure. And yeah, that should get chlorine running through to there, which then should run. Yeah, that pipe goes towards, that pipe goes towards. You guys already have ethanol, so that definitely solves that problem. Okay, next one I need to talk about is ammonia. We're actually making ammonia on site. I'm not breaking it down from sour water. What I'm actually doing is taking some hydrogen and some nitrogen, mixing the two together to give me the ammonia that I need. Thing is, I need to have 1 ammonia times 12 of these guys, so a total of 12. Plus, I need to have, no, it's not you guys, it's these guys. I need to have another 12, plus another 12. So I have 12, 12, 12, being a total of 36, and I'm making just 24, which means I also need to solve this problem. Now, how are we getting hydrogen and nitrogen? Nitrogen is obviously coming from a couple of air separators. We have 2 back here that make oxygen and nitrogen. We also need oxygen for these guys. Going to worry about that number in a minute. And also I have a couple of electrolyzers. Electrolyzers are consuming a crap ton of power, 4 megawatts each, to give me a little bit of hydrogen and a little bit of oxygen. And what I'd like to do is I'd really like to find a more efficient way to make sure I have that hydrogen locally. Now, as it is, I have a couple of reactors. We have a couple of fast-breeding reactors that are making us en masse unlimited amounts of hydrogen. In fact, I had to, well, slow down this reactor because I just had too much hydrogen in the system. And therefore, I could just plumb this hydrogen up there. But that's not going to be a very self-contained sort of system. Currently, the food processing build is very, very self-contained. It makes its own plastic. It has the potential and is making its own salt. So I really don't want to have a need for external hydrogen. What I'd like to do is make my own hydrogen from products I happen to have nearby. Well, that's why I was using water. But over here, we're producing fuel gas. We're producing fuel gas and we're burning fuel gas to make steam at a rate of 72 per minute for every single one of these boilers to turn on. Well, they're also being used to make to get rid of any ethanol we happen to have. But fuel gas, if we actually look at the recipes and we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we can shove into a hydrogen reformer and get out hydrogen. And also a whole bunch of carbon dioxide. Now, the carbon dioxide I can find it useful. All I need to have on site is a little bit of steam. And as I said, we're burning ethanol and fuel gas to make steam. So that seems like something is going to be fairly easy for us to whack together. So what we're going to do is put in a little hole here. That hole is going to have a pipe balancer, which is going to have a priority out to come this way. Then we're going to go to this place, because this is probably the best spot I have a little bit of extra space. We're going to go into a hydrogen reformer. Can I get 1? Can I get 2? Can you guys have the recipe of fuel gas to hydrogen? Can I get that copied back and forth? And then can I spin these guys in that orientation? Cool. All right, fuel gas. We only need to bring in 24 and 24, so a total of 48. So a tier 1 pipe is going to be more than enough. Can I bring that to here and then into here and across to there? Cool. Next thing I need to have is steam and CO2. CO2, we're going to deal with the CO2 straight away. You're going to make 24 and 24 CO2, but this CO2 pipe right here takes a little CO2 and converts it into graphite. Graphite, of course, we're burning the smelters, so I'd like to save it rather than vent it. So we're going to bring you to here and then plug you into there. We're going to bring you to there, and that's going to solve that problem. Hydrogen, we're going to have you come forward and hydrogen above the medical pipe seems like the best spot for it. Can I get you to be straight? And then we're going to go this way, dead straight, and we'll leave this pipe. Block by assembler, it's not block by assembler. Down a tile, thank you. Can I get you to come straight to there, and we'll pick that pipe up in just a minute. And this one can plug into this side. Perfect. All right. So that's our hydrogen. The only thing I need to have is a little bit of steam. A little bit of steam we're going to be getting from our steam pipes right here. Steam is going through a balancer. The balancer is set up wrong. Excellent. We're prioritizing the steam out. Steam is coming out and getting split in these two pipes to go to these two banks of thermal desalinators. On top of that, there's an extra overflow. So if I happen to have these guys full of steam and then we have nowhere else for the steam to go, it can overflow into this cooling tower. But as you can see, I have the balance here and the input here, which means I probably should remove that and have a disconnect here. Yep, go away. I have the balancer. Can we put the balancer here instead? And your overflow can go straight down one tile, and we can have a little bit less spaghetti around here. But can I get this built? Come on. Here you go. You're going to prioritize straight ahead, and that means I can get rid of this, and we can have that pipe just go straight through. Cool. All right. If I have that whole area is full of steam, make sure the system doesn't block up and explode. We just then take the excess steam and we vent it out this chimney. What I want to do is I want to have a priority on my priority. So I want to remove these two pipes. Can you go away, please? Can I put this here? Can I rebuild you? And can I move this pipe over top? Yeah, makes all the difference. Okay, with that done, I want you to be a priority out there and a priority out there. We're going to take a very skinny pipe, just a tier 1, because I only need 4 units of steam. I'm going to run this back all the way down here and up to height number 1, please, and then down to the ground and then into these two. Cool. With that done, that's going to give me the 4 units of steam I need to make sure we can crack our fuel gas into hydrogen and also some CO2. The CO2 obviously going to vent, hydrogen is going to live in the pipe, and then we need to combine the hydrogen with some nitrogen to make some ammonia. Now, I have 36 and 36 nitrogen. I also need a bunch of oxygen. We'll come back to the oxygen shortly, but I need to have way more nitrogen than what I have currently. These two need 48. I'm making 72. I also need a little bit more space. So we're going to remove that. I don't think I'm going to ever expand that far. If I wanted to expand and have another one of these guys, I'd need 2 of these guys, which means you can also go away. I would also need to have... They'll go away. I would also need to have 2 more chemical plants. So, yeah, I don't see a way of really expanding any further. It might happen, but we will have to see. Okay, next thing I want to do is I can delete these guys because I can't support any more than possibly 3 of them. Next thing I want to do is these 2 balances. These 2 balances are exhausting out the excess nitrogen and also the excess oxygen that I don't need from both the electrolyzers that are venting oxygen and also the air separators that are venting out the nitrogen. What I want to do is I want to upgrade this system by copying both of you, putting you both there, sliding you together, and getting a bigger smokestack. Cool. I want to have that there. I want to take the oxygen this way. I want to have the excess go in there. New oxygen is going to come in this side, let's say. New nitrogen, or nitrogen is going to come out there. Nitrogen is going to go in here, and that probably means I'm going to make the oxygen pipe 1 tile closer. Yes, and excess nitrogen is going to come out there. So you are going to be burning, venting excess oxygen, excess nitrogen, and that's a pipe mark 2. Can I make you a 3? You're a 3 as well. That should be everything. I want you to priority out to the right. I want you to have a priority to go straight forward on the left. And that means I can then decommission this system. So can we come in here very quickly and remove, this. Actually, no, that's fine. That only went back that far. Can I decommission this to here? Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Cool. With that done, first thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need another couple of air separators. So we're going to grab these 2, and I'm going to slide them into this gap, remove these belts on top, and remember that the top one's nitrogen and the bottom one's oxygen. So oxygen we're going to bring straight through. Can I also get rid of the hydrogen and the 2 electrolyzers? Cool, let's cut us back to absolutely nothing. I need to have a second, I need to have a 3rd one of these, and honestly, I'd like a 4th one of these. Can I put you here? I can put you here. Cool. All right, so I have oxygen. Oxygen I don't need right here. So oxygen is going to go from here straight through into this balancer. Can I remove that? So can I pick this whole thing up and slide it up to there so we can have the oxygen come straight to there. This is going to have 36 and 36 being 72, and this is going to have another 72. So we're going to plug you into here. That means I have 144 in the pipe, so pipe mark 2 is perfectly fine. Pipe mark 2 full of oxygen we're going to bring into the end of this build. No, that's not the end of the build. That's the wrong pipe. Cool. Into that pipe right there. Thank you very much. And we're going to make sure this is flipped, this is flipped, this is flipped, flipped. Don't know that was already going the right way. And can I get that part built at least? So oxygen is now dealt with. Hello? This. All of this and these 2. Cool. Nitrogen. Nitrogen, same story. I'm going to plug this into... No, that's the hydrogen pipe. I'm going to plug nitrogen into the higher pipe. Can I get you to go away? Can I get you to break here? And can I bring nitrogen from here up 1 more tile? Thank you very much. And bring you through to here. And then can I have this nitrogen join that nitrogen? And then realistically, I want to go to the balance. I need to go to the balance first. Okay, so this is my nitrogen pipe. Can I go from here to here? And then this is my nitrogen out. So I'm going to go into you, into you, into you, and into you. And excess is going to get vented. So, yep, that's correct. Okay, so we again have 36 and 36 being 72. 72 each. That's 144 total. And I need to have, can I get all of that built? And that built. I need to have a total of 36. So I need to have you built, And I need to also remove you and remove you. And I also need to have the hydrogen. So the hydrogen's right here. We do know with the 2 hydrogen reformers, I can make a total of 28. That's what, 56. So we have plenty of hydrogen as is. So I need to plug you into you and into you. Can I get that built? And that means you're going to take 12, 12, and 12 being a total of 36. Can we just plug you in for good measure? That way. Thank you very much. And I need to take my ammonia out. So my ammonia out is going to go this way. Can I plug you into you? You into you, you into you, and you into you. Cool. Can I have this go through and go up and up, height 2, and height 2 should plug you straight into there. Cool. With that done, we should be able to build all of this. And if I flip you, flip you, flip you, flip, you're missing a belt entirely. Wow, I wonder how long that's been missing for. I think the answer is forever. And because you had no delivery on, I never got an error message about it. Can I get all of those built? And I'm going to get that pipe built just so it's built for the future. And that means we should be able to take all our nitrogen, put it into these guys, take the... not connect. Oh, really? It's got a twist right there. I hate that. Okay. Yeah, turn the R mode off. Oop. Get that built. Alright, so without the twist, that means we have our ammonia. Ammonia is going to come in, feed through each one of these guys, make sure they're all up and running, producing me the antibiotics that I need. The antibiotics I need are going to get turned into Medical 2. Medical 2 is going to get turned to Medical 3. And we now have Medical Supplies 3 now hopefully kept stock at all times. Last thing we need to do is find out... Oh. You guys are done. Can you just trim out this bit of sand and this bit of sand? There you go. High supply biomass. High supply biomass probably means I need to turn on one more of these. And we go with biomass from the settlement. So we're producing 145, 148, roughly divided by 24 is 6 of them, 6.17. So yes, if I turn on one more of those, that solves that problem. Household appliances are for a future episode. We need to talk about those because they're linked to our electronics 2 problem, which is now a new problem that wasn't a problem before. You need to have yet another truck. Can I assign another truck here? The extra trucks and the extra vehicles that I wanted have been built. We still have upgrades happening, left, right, and center. This is mostly done, 5 left, and then we're going to upgrade our fart team to a slightly bigger fart team. Therefore, they're more farty and therefore more active. Our cake supply is still going up slowly, but I'm sick of waiting, so we're going to copy you, put you here for the future. We're going to put you into here. And then we're going to get one more machine built just so it hopefully fills up a whole lot faster. And that's where we're going to leave this episode. So medicals are still self-sufficient and still part of the food build, but it's been upgraded. It's going to run a little bit faster. And that means the next episode we're going to look at some of the other problems. Not having enough trucks to dump enough things, or our electronics 2 problem, or, well, our fertilizer problem. There's lots of other problems we need to look into, but for right now, I need to leave this video here, right here. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the very next video. All right, bye.